Alright, so we officially welcome to the Code.js series, and today is day 2, and just right ahead, we are almost behind schedule, 25 minutes late, so we just have to kick off. So I'm sharing my screen right now. Please, if you can see my screen, just let me know. Can you guys see my screen right now?
Yeah, I can see the screen.
Okay. Okay. Alright, so today, let me increase my brightness. We're kicking off with learning HTML5 syntax, and I basically made a small note on everything we're going to talk about today. So we're not going to waste time, and we're just going to dive into learning semantics tag and things like the header, the body, the paragraph, and basically everything you can see here on the list. So a lot of questions have been asked, like, why is it 10 days? Is 10 days enough to learn HTML, CSS, and JavaScript? But then it's not enough. But we are going to use this period to kickstart our careers. That's for the beginners in the house. So, and then basically we're giving out resources, we'll be giving out materials, and basically we'll also be giving out classes. That's online classes for those who are actually serious, because after these 10 days we need to be working on, like, as a team, working on some certain projects, and we need to carry everybody along. So that's why we're starting with the beginner series. Then from there we could advance to basically advanced stuffs. So I don't think we need so much grammar or English speaking here. We just need to write some code. So, and then if you don't get anything, please make sure you use the chat section so that we can actually know. And then if you have any questions, you can drop them on the DSC group chat. Everybody will be willing to reply and get you started. Also, after the classes, probably on day 5, we'll be having pairing with mentors and mentees. So you would actually have someone who follow up on guiding you and making sure that you become productive even as you start your coding career. Okay. Alright, so welcome guys. Please, you can just use the chat box to say hello and the greetings. Alright, so let's just move on. I'm using the VS Code editor, and practically everybody uses it. So once you just type HTML, you get this small boilerplate, and I'm going to be explaining what this does. The doc type just explains the kind of documents we're using, because before HTML5 we had other series of HTML. So we basically just have to specify and tell the browser the kind of doc type we are using right here. So HTML language specifies the language we're writing, and then in this section we have two tags, which is the head tag and the body tag. The head tag is where everything that contains, like, information relating to your browser resides in. So both the meta tags, the title of the document, and also we're going to be having style sheets being linked here. Okay, so we're going to change this title to Code.js. Yeah. Alright, so on line 7 we have what we call style sheets. So I'm going to move on to talking about comments. Comments is being written this way: default less than sign, exclamation mark, and 2 of this. As you can see, my code editor does the autocomplete for me, so that's cool. Alright, what are the rules of learning HTML? First of all the tags must be closed. If you're writing any tag, you have to make sure they are being closed, and they are closed with writing the tag and then putting a / before closing the tag. I hope you guys can hear me. God, I feel like I'm talking to myself. Or
You're not talking to yourself. I can hear you.
okay. So basically, today we're not going to waste much time because after now we're going to also share resources so everybody can dig deep and learn HTML. I don't think it's supposed to take too much, but for beginners, a lot of things might be weird to you. So if you have any questions, just reach out to anyone. Just drop your question in the group chat, and you miraculously see people will answer you. All right, so we're going to learn linking of our style sheets here. So on VS Code, once you press the link, you're going to see this. So this signifies the kind of this thing we're using here, which is style sheets, and this href simply means how do we want to locate the CSS, the style sheets. So if it's in the same directory, you're going to get something like, you're going to do a dot slash, and if you have a CSS style sheet, automatically VS Code would actually bring this up for you. And if you look at the left hand side right here where my mouse is at, okay, at this left hand side, all right, if you can see what I'm saying, you're going to notice that I have an extension, the file extension of index.html. I hope you guys can see this. HTML signifies the kind of document which this will be, because on a normal day, if you just come here and just type in, let's say, and we don't specify the kind of extension it is, then our browser wouldn't know, the code editor wouldn't know the kind of documents we're writing, to just be in normal text style. So right here we're going to be creating our CSS page, our CSS file, and also files too are also called modules. So when you hear some videos they say modules, it also means the file. Alright, so we're going to be creating our style CSS module, and we have to specify CSS because CSS is used for styling. Sorry, I might be saying a lot of things, just trying to cover up, but trust me, when we send out the resources and you go through them, and just slowly you'll get used to all the languages and syntax and grammar that we use. Alright, so showing you guys what I was saying, if you do a dot slash, you're going to see the style.css come out. So if this style.css isn't in the same directory, you're going to have to do a dot slash. And as I can remember, while I was learning, someone was telling me in the same directory, go outside and find my style.css. So if you're actually confused on how to go about it, just use that. Like, always know the first dot is in the same directory. So in this directory, that's in this directory right here, find style.css. So let's move over to, we're not going to be talking about a lot of tags, we're just going to be talking about primarily semantic tags that we have. So I guess the first one will be to talk of the headers. And to write comments, short code is just Ctrl//. You're going to get it, Ctrl//. So we talk about the headers. We have the H1, and basically we as developers like to how will I say this now? We like to maximize whatever we do and efficiently do it, so we don't waste time. So if you're going to do this, there no need typing, come here to type H1, H2, you get. So what we just have to do is hold your Ctrl/Alt, and it's going to exactly make a lot of what you want, and then we could do this. That's alt target H1, this is H2, so this is H3, H4, H5. Okay, it should be 6, it should be 5. Alright, so if you're going to do this, so as you can see, don't worry, you get used to the shots, get used to all the shortcuts as you progress. So we're going to say header 1, and I hope you guys are following. You could drop any kind of emoji you want to signify that you are getting what is happening, please. Okay. Header 4, header 5, and header 6. So how do we want to see this in our browser right now, so we could actually know what I'm talking about? You could actually just come here, and if for you guys using a live server, you could just right click anywhere and you're going to see open with live server. But if you're going to do this, you're going to be copying the file path. If you copy the file path there, then you come to your browser here, and so you can see what is showing in our browser. We have header 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and if you notice, they come with their own styling, saying that header 1 has a font width that's bolder than the rest of them. So moving down, let's look at the next tag. The next tag we have here is image tag. Okay, let me see what's happening here. Okay. Alright, so the next tag, we're going to be looking at lists. And okay, I've talked about comments. So list simply begins with the li tag, and as usual, you close your list. So we have two kinds of lists. We have the unordered lists. We have the unordered list. Unordered list and the ordered list. Yeah. Okay. And the ordered list. So the ordered list starts with, just as you might have guessed, the URL, and the ordered list just also starts like this. So as you can see, VS Code helps us with indentation, so it's best to just begin with VS Code if you're learning how to code. And then we can go with the li here. For example, if you want to make a list, a shopping list, right here we'll start with, say, shoes, clothes, bags, and then here we're going to see the difference, right, in Jiffy. Let's see, we'll just copy this and paste this here. So if you're going to refreshing about that, as you can see, the unordered list has the bullet points, while the ordered list it's numerical. So actually you can have tons of other things here, which to specify the form if you want to sort of things like asterisks or stuff like that. So okay. Alright, so the next thing would be, and one more thing, anything you put in the header tag won't show. It only signifies information. As you can see, the title here, which we named Code.js, is what is showing here as Code.js. So right here now, it's only what we put in the body tag that will show forth. Alright, so we're going to be going with image tags. Alright, so in VS Code, once you just type image, it's just supposed to bring out the complete stuff for you. So this source means, where is the folder located? Where is this image located? So just as I said, if it's in the same file directory, we do /, but if it's not, we do the /. So I don't have any image here, so I probably have to import an image. So You can, okay, and if it's an external,